Hi, so today's lesson and demonstration will be starting a camel spin with maximum speed, which is very difficult to do. I want to try to see if I can demonstrate for you a very, very fast spinning camel spin, because once we have a lot of speed in our camel spin, like let's say at the beginning of a combination spin, then everything becomes easier after that. Spins are much more stable when you've got a lot of speed, for the same reason that a top or a gyroscope spins much more steadily until it starts slowing down and starting to wobble. So here we go this is my attempt at trying to start a very fast camel spin. And of course I know that the speed that I use to enter into the camel spin will become rotational speed. So I want to start with as much speed as I can handle. This necessitates very deep edges. So I want to step with a very deep edge from this speed. And that was pretty fast, wasn't it? But if I really want to have maximum speed, I have to find the center right at the beginning of the spin. I wavered around. I did there's a little skid, a little curve, and then a small circle, a big circle, and then I got into the spin. So that beginning there was not conducive to creating the optimum in speed at the beginning of the spin. If you think about it, so let's say I have some speed gliding along and I go on my toe pick. I lose speed, right? That's a way of braking, and it works the same in spins. If you have scratching or skidding or anything noisy like that at the beginning of the spin, it's going to take away your speed. Yeah, so let me see if I can do a little better. I don't know if I can or not. As I say, this is not so easy to do. Okay, I think I can handle this speed. Well, I'm dizzy. Maybe that's a good sign. It was a fast spin. It was a little better as far as making less noise at the beginning of the spin. But yeah, even still, there's some scratches and skids and stuff. Yeah, it's a big curve and then another curve. Yeah, I stayed off my toe pick, but I didn't get right on circles at the beginning. Oh, there's another spin there. That wasn't my spin. Yeah, it was this, but it's a lot of random scribbles and stuff before I actually got into the spin, so I could have done better, right? And of course, two things. I don't want to over-rotate into the spin, so I want to kind of hold back as I step on my outside edge. And it's not just a deep edge leading into the spin that creates a lot of speed. It's how I start the edge. So I want to, boom, step on as deep an edge as possible leading into the spin. So let's see if I can get any better. I know what to do. Just because I know what to do doesn't mean I can do it. Was my edge deep enough going into that spin? Ouch. I'm okay. I hurt myself, but not very much. I think I stepped on a little too deep an edge. I was trying for maximum speed. I was really trying to show off a lot. And I did step on a really, really deep edge, but it was apparently too deep an edge, and I slipped off the edge and took a crash. Maybe I'll leave it at that for now. I could try one more. Actually, if you have a fall like that, you really don't want to, you know, slink away with your tail between your legs. And I just have to be a little more careful, obviously. I was skating earlier today on the outdoor rink, and maybe my blades are a little dull. I don't know if that's an excuse. Yeah, I felt like I had really, really good technique. Stepped on a nice deep edge, not over rotating, but maybe I hit my boot or slipped off the edge or something. So now I'm likely to be a little bit more cautious, and caution is good, fear is not good. Yeah, I don't want to do that again for sure. So here we go. Maybe I bit off more than I could chew. Okay, here we go. What do you think? That's a fast enough spin for a combination spin. Not too many skaters go faster than that, some do. Maybe you can go faster than that. Maybe I've inspired you to practice this very important aspect of your spin. Going from the deep edge to the near flat of the spin, because when we're spinning, we want to be very close to a flat, just barely on the back inside edge in this case. And making the transition from that super deep edge to the flat and no further takes a lot of practice and is one of the most difficult parts of this. Yeah, stepping, boom, right on the deep edge is also difficult. So doing a Choctaw where both feet are spread apart quite a lot to set the spin up is part of the challenge as well. But hopefully I've impressed upon you the importance of starting your spin with a lot of speed, and I've shared with you some of the aspects that will help you get more speed at the start of your spin regardless of how you go into it. Okay, good luck with that. Okay, so Ryoko, you just saw me filming my video about trying to get as much speed as possible on the beginning of a camel spin. And now you're going to try to get as much speed as possible on your camel spin, and let's see how well you can do. Gambatte. Okay, so she's starting with pretty good speed here. Yeah, nice and steady. And stepping on a fairly deep edge. Wow, you got a very, very good start to that spin. You got right on your center right away. There were many, many good things about that. Yeah, you're a good student. And you have lots of skills. That was quite well. I mean, yeah, it wasn't super fast. You could have started with more speed probably. But yeah, your technique, the Choctaw, was pretty good. Yeah, maybe you could have stepped on a little deeper edge on your Choctaw, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. Do you want to, like, getting more speed in your spins is something you can do in increments. In my video, I was going for extremes. I maybe should have, like, warmed that up and a little bit more gradually. But maybe you can now just gradually just try to get a little more speed skating into it, step on a little deeper edge and see how you do. Yeah, nice and steady. That's a bit more speed, yeah. And into a nice Choctaw, into the spin. You didn't strike your center quite as well as you did on the last one, and it is more difficult. It's more difficult to start a spin with lots of speed. So I think you're well on your way. You want to do one more? Do you think you can do better? Let's find out if you can do even better. Try not to wait, so try to keep it moving. As you step on your back inside edge, get into position, step on a nice edge, and into the spin. Yeah, again, you didn't really find your center right at the beginning of the spin. You do a lot of things really well going into that spin, but you can see it was a little bit scribbly, this mark. So if you can go right into making circles, fairly small circles, right at the beginning of the spin, that's the very best. Yeah. So
controlling the speed is faster speed is difficult.
It's very difficult. But you would agree that if you do start your spin with lots of speed, then everything after that becomes so much easier, and you get more grade of execution because faster spins are worth more too. So there is that. The only disadvantage of more speed is if you have to do some kind of grab, the centrifugal force makes it like more difficult to grab your blade on some spins. So on some spins, maybe you don't want to have too much speed either. But okay, well done. Keep practicing. And let's see if you can do maybe better in the future. Maybe I'll revisit this. Maybe I'll practice this also myself and see if I can impress my audience more in the future. Bye for now, and thank you, Ryoko. Now, if you can start your spin with super speed and you want to send me a video of your camel spin that starts with super high speed, I can post it on my channel. So we can make this a challenge. Skaters who can start their spin with super high speed, go to GaryBeacom.com, send me your video. Even if you want me to, do some commentary on it or help you with your specific challenges in your spin, I can do that as well. But it doesn't have to be the camel spin either. If there's anything that you want me to give you some instruction on with your skating, be it a jump or a spin or your step sequence or your choreography or your program or anything, send it to me. This is one of the services that I provide. Go to GaryBeacom.com and I will look forward to helping you. Bye for now.